Hiya and welcome back to the Firewood Plantation, the Eucalyptus plantation. Just a quick update video really. We're end of November now. I just wanted to show you how they've come on. Just being honest, they haven't come on as well as I'd hoped. And that's probably due to the heat wave that we had. We had many weeks where we had no rain at all and record temperatures. It was a real major heat wave here. So the first sort of 2 or 3 4 weeks of the heat wave, I was excuse me, I was bringing watering cans, 28 litres. I've got two 14-litre cans, and I was bringing 2 cans at a time and just giving each tree sort of half a litre, just kind of keeping them alive really. When we were sort of 3 or 4 weeks into the heat wave, all the ground was cracking. Some cracks even opened up literally right where the sow was, and I lost a few trees. I've lost about 20 that I've taken the guards off, and I've had a look around, and there's another 2 or 3. So I've lost about 22, 23 trees. But to be honest, with the heat that we had, I'm pretty happy with that. To be honest, I'm pretty happy. Just over 10% loss, 200 trees planted. But since the heat wave has passed and we've had some rain, they have come on since then. But during that heat wave, they didn't move. They just sat there, and I was just trying to keep them alive. So luckily, a friend of mine has got a towable water bowser, and I was able to bring 1,000 litres down every Sunday. He'd pop over and see me, and we'd get a 50-metre hose out, and we'd give all the trees a good few litres each. And that is, I think, what saved them, just taking the time to do that. But anyway, so I've got, like I said, I've lost just over 20. The rest are in. Some haven't moved that much. The gunny eye are doing the best by far. Some of them are out and over the guards now. The Cossifera, or Cockifera, however you pronounce it, I've planted up the top of the field. Less so. The top of the field is a lot drier, and I think that suffered with the heat a bit more. But they are there and they are hanging on. So I'm just hoping that perhaps next year they'll really get their roots in and come on. I didn't get round to putting as much wood chip on them as I hoped. I did get them all chipped, but just a little circle around them. So I do need to do them again now through the winter, just to keep the grass down going into next year, which I will make sure I do. Some grass has come through that chip, so almost some of them look like they haven't been chipped at all, but there is chip there, but the weeds and grass have just come through it a bit. So I need to get that all tidied up and re-chipped through the winter, ready for next year. But the thing I like about these eucalypts is that they say they will grow in any time of the year, provided it's over 5 degrees centigrade. So obviously through a British winter, we get a lot of sort of wet days that are over 5C. So I'm hoping that I will get some growth carrying on through the winter. But I've just got to see how that works and how it goes. I'll just show you a few of the trees and how they look now, but prepare to not be too impressed, because like I said, they haven't done particularly as well as I'd hoped, but we'll have a look anyway. So this is the sort of size that some of the better gunny eye have done. So this guard is probably 20 inches tall, and it's about 6 inches out the top. So they put on, considering they were perhaps 6 inches when I put them in, they put on maybe 20 inches of growth. I'll just show you. I'll try not to be too wobbly with the camera, but others haven't put on much at all. If you look at this one, it's probably put on 2 or 3 inches of growth. There's another one just coming out the top of the guard. Others have put on a little bit of side growth. I'll actually pull that back in the guard. So he's branched out a little bit, that one. He's put on probably 5 or 6 inches. So they are coming, but it's just a bit slower than I thought. Like I say, I think the heat wave really knocked them back. So like looking in at this one, he's put on a few inches and just starting to branch, 2 or 3 branches coming out. So I'll just take you up and show you some of the Cossifera. Like I say, they haven't really done quite so well at all, and I have lost a few. There's 2 or 3 up here that are completely dead, and there's odd ones like this one here that I've left them in. because they sort of drop their leaves, and trees will quite often do that if they get stressed by drought. And I just wondered if they'd come back, and as you can see, this one is just shooting, if you can see, again from the top. So it is always worth leaving them. If the stem hasn't gone brown and crispy, they will quite often come back. But yeah, there's not many up here that I can show you that have done particularly well. They all sort of lost their leaves a bit and have just got a couple of leaves and some new buds at the top just come in. That one, this is one of the ones that has, I think, completely died. In actual fact, no, see, I left him in as well. He's got a bud coming on top. So I'm hoping they will come back. But that heat wave was just an absolute nightmare. It was so hot, and up here, the ground just cracked completely. So this is probably one of the better ones of this type. I'll just take the guard off quick to show you. So he's put on probably about 6 inches. That one, that's all. But you know, now that it's damp and through the winter, they're still growing. This is active growth now. So I'm hoping that these will come on a bit through the winter, and come the spring, if I get them all chipped again. And like I say, you can see that weeds and things have come through the chip, and a bit of grass. I need to get it chipped again. I'm not going to come like too far up the stems, because I don't want to rot the stems, but I just need to get the grass kept down around them. But yeah, so hopefully they'll come on. But I'll keep you updated anyway with another video, perhaps late spring. See, this one, you can barely see the wood chip at all. You have to really dig down to find it. The grass has all come through it, but I'll clear around them and chip them again. And then they've got every chance next year. They should have their roots in a lot better. But yeah, so that's the plantation. Like I say, I've lost just over 20. But considering the heat, I don't think that was a bad sort of result, really. This was all dead, all this grass, everything was just like straw. So I'm fairly happy with that. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and we will see you next time.